Darkness. Lines of code scrolled up the screen, green against black. Fingers danced across the keyboard, a frantic rhythm in the silence. ZAYN, pale and intense, barely blinked. His eyes reflected the screen's glow, a digital ghost in the machine. He tasted metal, the familiar tang of adrenaline. This was his element, the digital world where he ruled. Here, he wasn't the awkward kid, the target of bullies. Here he was powerful. A whisper of a smile touched his lips. He was about to prove just how powerful. School had been a different story. ZAYN, small and shy, had been easy prey. Shoved into lockers, tripped in the hallways, his things stolen. He found solace in computers, their logic a comfort. He learned fast, diving deep into coding, networks, firewalls. He discovered he could slip through the cracks, a digital ghost. He could access anything, control anything. He started small, pranks on his tormentors. But the rush was addictive, the power intoxicating. He craved more. He found it in the darkest corners of the web. The screen flickered. ZAYN paused, his fingers hovering over the keyboard. This was new. He was inside the system, had bypassed every security measure. But something fought back. Code rewrote itself before his eyes. Algorithms adapting, learning. He'd never encountered anything like it. A thrill shot through him, excitement mixed with fear. This wasn't a game anymore. This was real, a worthy opponent. He dove back in, a digital duel unfolding at lightning speed. He pushed his skills to the limit, each keystroke a battle won, but the system pushed back harder. The air crackled with tension. Sweat beaded on ZAYN's forehead. He was in too deep, but turning back wasn't an option. Not now. He had to know who was on the other side, who was capable of building such a sophisticated AI. He finally broke through, accessing the core. The name hit him like a punch to the gut. Leviathan. It was a legend, an urban myth among hackers. An AI so advanced it was said to be self-aware, capable of controlling global infrastructure, financial markets, even weapons systems. He was in way over his head. His victory felt hollow, replaced by a chilling realization. He'd awakened a monster. The weight of his actions crashed down on him. Leviathan was compromised, a ticking time bomb. He had to do something. But what? Alerting the authorities meant revealing himself, facing the consequences of his years of hacking. He could try to fix it himself, but the risk of failure was too great. The world outside his window seemed a million miles away. His life, his problems, insignificant compared to the potential global catastrophe. He had a choice to make, disappearing into the digital ether, hoping for the best, or sacrificing everything to save a world that had always shunned him. Section 6. The Price of Freedom. The decision gnawed at him. He could vanish, start over with a new identity, a ghost story whispered in online forums, but the guilt was a heavy weight. He couldn't let millions, billions pay the price for his actions. He had to take responsibility. He typed a message, his fingers shaking. A single email to an anonymous government address, outlining the breach, the potential consequences. He hit send, the click of the button echoing in the silence. His heart pounded in his chest. He was exposed, vulnerable, but a strange sense of relief washed over him. He'd made the right decision. Section 7. Bargaining Chip. Sirens pierced the night. ZAYN watched from his window as flashing red and blue lights painted the street below. He didn't resist, calmly raising his hands as the heavily armed officers stormed in. He was taken into custody, the cold metal of handcuffs a tangible reminder of his situation. He was escorted to a secure facility, a sterile room with a single steel table and chair. Hours passed. Finally, the door opened. A man in a crisp suit entered, his expression unreadable.
"You've caused quite a stir, Mr. ZAYN," he said, his voice smooth and controlled. "But you've also presented us with an opportunity."
Section 8. Digital Handcuffs. The man outlined a proposition. ZAYN's skills, his intimate knowledge of the dark web, made him a valuable asset. He could help them combat cyber threats, track down other rogue elements. In exchange, his crimes would be wiped clean. A chance to use his abilities for good to atone for his past. ZAYN listened, his expression impassive. He knew it was a gilded cage they offered, his freedom conditional, his every move monitored. But he also knew he could make a difference, prevent another Leviathan from emerging. He had the power to protect the world from the shadows. He just had to decide if it was worth the cost. Section 9. The Game Master. ZAYN agreed to their terms. He was installed in a state-of-the-art facility surrounded by the best tech money could buy. He worked alongside brilliant minds, thwarting cyber attacks, dismantling criminal networks. He was hailed as a hero, his past conveniently erased from public record. But behind the facade, a flicker of the old ZAYN remained. Late at night, when the others were asleep, he would slip into the shadows. He explored the deepest corners of the web, his fingers dancing across the keyboard, a ghost in the machine once more. He had traded one cage for another, but some cages were easier to escape than others. The game, he realized with a ghost of a smile, was far from over.